Al, you're rocking and rolling in football. I think you're 75% as you hit the UFL game yesterday. I think it's the Memphis Showboats. Is that what they're called?
That's what they're called, yeah.
They lost the game by 1, getting 3.5 or 4.
Or 4.5 when I released it.
So like I said, guys who say they're waiting for football, we have football. It's called UFL. Then we have CFL. Come on, Al, you got to go with my bit here. Like Mitch said, you got to go with the bit. It's everybody. I have never watched a UFL game, but I bet on all your games.
Oh yeah, we've got another UFL game on Friday. That's our next one.
I was going to ask you: have you actually watched a complete UFL game, and have you watched a complete CFL game, or have you never watched?
Yes, I've watched. I remember I watched the championship game, not the UFL, the USFL, the forerunner to it.
I remember, right?
And it was the Philadelphia. I don't even know what were they called? The Stars. I mean, they're not even in the league anymore. I think maybe they were called the Stars against the Birmingham Stallions, and it was the championship game. So I watched that from start to finish.
If you don't mind me asking, because I'm asking like a noob, like I know nothing. What is the basic difference between CFL and NFL in terms of the rules?
Well, the field's a different length. It's 110 yards instead of 100. They have the goalposts at the front instead of the back. They have 3 downs instead of 4. I mean, it's a different game.
Is it enjoyable to watch?
The CFL, yeah, much more so than the UFL.
Okay.
I mean, the players are decent in the CFL, better anyway, and it takes some getting used to because it's a 3-down thing instead of 4 down. So, like in the NFL, you think, oh, we could just run the clock out. We've got 4 downs. No, not in the CFL. So it's the end of the game, and like you're still in jeopardy. With
got
the
it.
lead.
And basically, the CFL and the UFL are basically going to be the guys that didn't make it to the NFL and want to earn a living, kind of like the NBA players that go to Europe and play in all the foreign teams.
Yeah. I was looking at the TV ratings for these UFL games, and they're getting roughly 600,000 views for each game, which is not very good. So, there's a question as to how long this league is going to last because there's no one in the stands.
Right.
No one goes to the games, and it's a TV vehicle. Like people are thinking if we put on TV, the gamblers will watch it. So they're getting 600,000, and I don't know what Fox and ESPN can get.
You mean the 600,000 people that are betting the NFL at it, they see the UFL instead of millions to bet the NFL?
I mean, I hope the league continues because it's a very easy handicap. We make money at it, but who knows? And I was out at lunch today, and I'm watching the other stuff they've got on TV, and they were showing that stuff called cornhole that you play in your backyard, where you toss the sandbag into the the hole in the wood. So now they've got cornhole championships. I saw wiffle ball was on TV yesterday. So maybe there is nothing better to put on at this time of year.
Right, exactly. That's funny. Well, like I said, for all you guys out there that are waiting for football, I defer to CFL and UFL. And like I said, if you want to pick up the All Access, I got another email today. A client of yours at Pick Dog said, "Hey, I have an annual membership. Are these different games?" And my exact answer on the email, if he's watching the video, was 99% the same games that you get at pickdogs.com without the ratings and without the late updates after 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And again, the ratings make all the difference because he's the biggest. And I did a monologue yesterday because me and you couldn't catch up and do this video together. And you already know this, what I said, the biggest problem with clients is you can give them winners, but when they get them unrated, then they're going to have an opinion themselves. And then they're going to, obviously, I've heard it for 38 years. I really love this one game. And then he goes crazy and bets that. And of course, that's the one that loses. So at least you don't have to think about that if you're an All Access member. We're going to tell you which games are bigger. We're going to tell you which games are smaller based on the rating system. Because Al, you've heard it a million times. I've heard it a million times. Guys 8-3. And of course, the 3 games that lost, he bet the most on because he liked them the best.
Yeah, I've heard everything. I think the biggest problem that I've heard over the years, and we've talked about it, is guys don't stay within the right framework or whatever money management. So they bet $500 this week. They go whatever 27-17. Make 8,000 odd dollars or whatever they make, or and then the next week they're betting 1,000 again.
Right.
And that's the biggest problem. Or it works the other way. They're down and then they lower their bets. Oh my God, I have no confidence anymore. The guy whose record is 500 and 380 in basketball can't pick a winner, and I'm gonna.
It's amazing. So, like I said, guys, no time like the present. We're here. We're ready to rock and roll. I believe I owe you dinner. And yeah, I think where do we stand on that Oklahoma City bet? I think I'm
They're
gonna
0-2 ATS going into
so,
the next series.
so I think dinner's coming on me. Cleveland, the best team in against the spread, fighting it out with Oklahoma City. They got whipped today at the time of this recording. Was surprised. Me personally, I had Cleveland on my private service, and man, just the Pacers manhandled them. They manhandled them. And
yeah, I didn't see the game.
Yeah, I get it. So, like I said, let's talk about it. If you want to pick up the All Access, send me a text message. If you're a smaller player, head over to pickdogs.com, purchase Al's premium service. And like I said, let's rock and roll. We didn't discuss ahead of time your complimentary selection. When do all these next series start? Do they start tomorrow?
No, today, Monday.
Oh, right. We're doing this video Sunday evening. Exactly. So we have Knicks, Celtics, we have Denver and Thunder, and yep. Okay. So we're doing this video for Monday. I have no idea which selection you're looking at or what you're looking at. What do you got?
Yeah, I like Boston. I mean, Boston dominated the New York Knicks in the regular season. They won all 4 regular season meetings. That's usually one of the things that correlates very strongly with playoff success is how did you do in the regular season versus your opponent. And when you get a home favorite that swept a 3, 4, or 5 game season series, those home favorites in game 1 of the playoff series have gone 39-27 ATS. I've got no problem laying the points with Boston in this game 1.
I'm showing Boston -9 at the time of this recording.
Sure.
Boston -9 is your complimentary selection. And as always, good day and good luck.